go. Probably gonna take a bit of time because I'm trying to fucking bring up my Twitch chat on PC through like a browser and all that, because I have it basically set to be a thing. But yeah, just kinda gonna try and just wait and see if my Twitch chat stuff on the PC wants to behave itself and actually load up and everything. But yeah, I guess while I'm doing the waiting game, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And today, or should I say tonight rather, I am back with some more Night Rain because I'm going to be trying to do some slight little grinding of Everdark bosses, mainly one in particular. If you know, you know. But I will say that the title kind of gives it away. But yeah, so last time I streamed some Night Rain, I was attempting to try out the Shadow Dropped Everdark balancers, and I really only had like one opportunity to do it because the other times that I tried to do a thing with the expeditions and stuff and all that, pretty much I had randoms just kept leaving. And they kept leaving because if like either like A and like something wasn't going their way, or B, like they they were going down or whatever, and then they just pretty much just ended up race quitting. But yeah, basically in a nutshell, I was attempting to do it a few times, but I only got to like one attempt to do it on stream. But I have been working my ass off on trying to do it off stream, which thankfully I actually managed to do. Thankfully I managed to actually do it. I have the video on my YouTube channel right now. It needs a slight bit of editing for like the name and everything like that, but I have the video posted on my YouTube channel of that. And basically to kind of like explain things a little bit, I was playing as Raider, and I was playing with like this random idea for a build, and I got paired up with an Undertaker and a Recluse, and we had the Naklateo Shifting Earth event happening, and it was probably the most intense fight that I've had in this whole game, like like by far. Like we really close moments and everything, and I almost thought that we were gonna be like so close, but then we ended up getting beat because like I saw like we all went down, but the person who was playing as Undertaker somehow had an extra winning grace on their hand, well, they had a winning grace on their person, so they were able to get us, me and the recluse up. So we managed to actually get up and everything for all that, and then put on the final blow and finally beat Everdark Balancers. Which I will show stuff in a little bit, which I'll show like the relic and stuff a little bit, but I figured that I would kind of talk about the the boss a bit, because there's honestly kind of a lot that I would probably be saying right now, because on the one hand, from a technical standpoint, I would say like FromSoft, like they outdid themselves, like it was so it was so crazy to see, especially like when the new phase happened, because usually what happens is when it comes to Everdark Sovereign bosses, they always start off in like their phase 2 and then they work into a phase 3, but this one I'd say was a little bit this one I'd say was quite different. Like it started off as like the normal phase 1 thing, and it's like you go around and take out the balancers one by one, and then you get when you take down the final one, you see them do something that wasn't really a thing that they did in the regular balancers fight, but like the last one that you take down, they like it seems like they're struggling to get up, and hold on, excuse me. Sometimes I just came out, I'm stuck in my throat or something. But yeah, it's like the last one that you take down, slowly like it's like staggering and slowly but surely trying to get up and everything, and it's like I don't know why, like I thought that they somehow were like just ripped their head off or something like that, but apparently I think like they ripped actually. But I think what actually happened was like they ripped their face off, and like there was just spewing blood everywhere, and then like the transition happens, and then like it just changes everything completely and everything. It's like I almost want to say that it goes from like Elden Ring to Bloodborne with how the new phase went out. It's like you got like these giant heavenly angel like beings, and then all of a sudden it's like they now become like bloody demonic looking harpies that like will just scream. They'll just like shriek at you and just like be coming at you with like like all like was it coming at you? Pretty much like just coming at you and everything like that, and then and there's like blood like coming out of woodworks, like blood petals, and then every now and then it seems like they'll like come together or something and be like just one giant ass like worm thing, whatever, and like it was crazy. Like it was literally crazy to see like how things were with that. Um, and it's like they do a thing where it's like they and I say like the one thing that I remember was like they somehow were able to always proc blood loss, because I don't know what they were doing, but it was like they were trying but I don't know what they were fucking doing, but like they were doing something that I feel like you could not ever. I feel like you couldn't really be able to stop, which was always annoying because it always seemed like that was like the one downfall that we always had in our runs or something. But but yeah, but and from my own take, I'd say that they're the worst boss ever because they're literally not because like literally they're like gank time they're like they're basically they're still a gank, like they're still a gank fight, and everything. It's like I think I talked about this before with my friend Onyx. I was like, when it comes to the balancers, it's like they're worse than Everdark Libra, and that's saying something because Everdark Libra is nothing more than spam and gank, spam and gank fights, and like I was talking about the whole situation where, in my opinion, it was like when it came to the balancers, it was like when it came to the balancers and Everdark Libra, I was thinking to myself, I was like, imagine if you will, you go to Everdark Libra, boss battle and everything like that, and he's not even in his third phase, and yet he somehow has already got um, Invader Condemns, already in play, but like imagine that, but doubled, because because basically the way that it works for Everdark Libra is when he gets to a certain health pool, he goes into his third phase, and then like one thing he'll always do is he will summon like Condemn, which is basically like another, which basically like is another version of the player or players that you're in the session. But the only little difference per se is that they will have different loadouts compared to what you as the player or anyone else who is in your party have. I was just like like thinking about like I was just like think of it like that, but double. And Libra's not even in his Everdark third phase. That's how I imagine like how it would be like. It's like you literally made a boss worse than Everdark Libra, and you still are promoting gank fights, even with the whole situation of like having like the Scholar and the Undertaker. It's still like like basically nothing more than a gank fight. But other than that, though, like I still say, and I don't care if I really get hate for it, because I don't give two shits. But I still say hashtag nerf the balancers because they need a major nerf. Like I don't care if we're supposed to be like hard mode version or whatever. It's like no boss, no matter if it's regular or Everdark, is not they're not safe. They're not immune, to the nerfing pool or whatever. And if I was putting them in like a rank of like like a tier list thing about like bosses, I would put them in tier F because fuck them. Like I said, I would put them even lower than what I put Everdark Libra to be. But anyway. So yeah, tonight I'm gonna be doing some slight grinding of Everdark Sovereign bosses, mainly for one, which is going to be Fissure in the Fog, aka Everdark Caligo, um, and see what happens because I want to try and hopefully get the newest little relics that you can be able to get from the collector's signboard. Um, I guess I'll go ahead and kind of like show you guys because this was something that happened in the update. So besides having like like more chalice, like more urns and stuff like that, there was also other things as well. There was the whole situation of um, I guess you could say technically like these like these Deep of Night relic type relics that normally would only be a thing for like like that would normally be known for like Deep of Night stuff, basically. You know, like you see like like say, for example, like improved dexterity in arcane, but reduce vigor, or like for like improve arcane, reduce vigor, stuff like that. Basically like these things were known to be only for Deep of Night, but since then it's like they've actually they've actually made it to where it's I think you should be able to get for for regular, but it's like but it's exclusively to the collector's sideboard. Now, since we're here, this is the relic of the Everdark Balancers, which is called the Will of Balance. Basically, in a nutshell, it still has the first two. It has the same effects with the first two things, but the third one is brand new, which is occasionally nullify attacks when damage negation is lowered. Excuse me. Now, I don't really know exactly as to what to make of the occasional nullify attacks when damage negation is lowered, because I've seen a video or two about that, and it's like it seems like it's one of those little situations where like it's barely noticeable, and it feels like you'll barely be getting value out of it. But supposedly you can build that. But supposedly for the melee attack and the skill attack, apparently you can build actually combine. You kind of like combine, or as Onyx once said, tag team this with the other Balancer's relic, and you can be able to get a bit more oomph to the thing. Which I don't know if that gets the whole. I don't know if that's the whole the whole stats thing, but supposedly, like if you're doing a build that's based around like spamming like the L2 thing, aka like the National War stuff, apparently like put most of those together, we'll do a thing. Which I'm wondering how it would be when it comes to Everdark Augur, because as most people know, with that fight, it's always like in the new third phase or whatever. It's always known to be a thing. It's like we're using the Stormbrew Ash War. So, but yeah. Let's see. I kind of want to actually maybe like get some of these while I'm here. Intelligence and faith. For vigor and strength, reduce mind. And faith. Reduce mind, reduce vigor. Reduce dexterity. I think I'll save that for right now. But anyway, we're here. Cause yeah, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a thing with like either playing as Iron Knight or Raider, and the first thing I figured I'd do is I would try out a little, technically what I like to refer to as an arcane fire loadout, because this thing right here where it's like improved arcane but reduced dexterity and all that stuff, but yeah, it's like I have that, and I have a thing where next turn government deals fire. Also have increased road acquisition for self and allies. The intelligence thing, you know, like it may not be much, but you know, it was probably, it was like one of the better things I could be able to think of, especially like having you know, like all 3 slots, you know, filled. And then of course I got another thing of intelligence, but the main things for this one is I have +1 in character skill use, which basically means I can go do like, you know, the sliding thing. And also I have rain of arrows, because rain of arrows is one of my favorite little things to use for bows. Second being barrage at most. But I don't know for sure, like, I don't really know for sure though, like, if you can actually be able to get, I don't really know for sure though, like, if you can actually get, like, say, like, barrage on things, because usually what I've always known is, like, you can only get, like, rain of arrows, and the only way you can be able to somehow get barrage for arrow weapons is pretty much just through the world itself. So, but yeah, you know, I'm gonna be trying, you know, to you know, do this and see what happens. If I actually get into a fucking session. But yeah, I'm curious to see, like, what it would be like to use, like, say, the you know, the 2 balancer relics, you know, together, and you know, something else like that. Because I was seeing a video, I think I was seeing like a video or 2 on YouTube where it's like, you know, people put, you know, like these 3 things, like these 3 relics together. You know, it's like, you know, the balancer relics, and then the glass necklace from Undertaker's remembrance and everything. So, yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see, because first time to see a scholar taking on Everdark Caligo. But yeah, the idea though that I have is I'm wanting to hopefully get I'm wanting to hopefully get like all of the you know, the new relics and stuff from the collector signboard. You know, that way I can be able to play around with them in the future. You know, maybe make like some new builds, or you know, something like that. Kind of like how I was doing the thing um, with Iron Knight here. Oh, look at that. Actually, I will take the greaves because it is fire greaves, so. Turtleneck, greave. processing spoon. Okay. But like I said though, like I would say like when it came to the Everdark Balancers fight, it's like it was like a roller coaster of fucking emotions for me. Take it for now, even though I'm not really going to use it. Ooh. I didn't mean to drink that. But yeah, you know. Oh, I hear Doggo. Or in this case, Red Wolf. Like, I know that folk one sound from anywhere. Oh boy. I'll get lower FP consumption. There's a treasure thing around here somewhere. I don't know where it'd be though. Uppy. Yeah, but, like I said, I'm just really happy that I actually, you know, fucking beat the Everdark Balancers and everything, and pretty much, you know, like have you know, that accomplishment enemy belts. You know, to be able to say like, hey, you know, like to be able to say like, hey, you know, I've beaten everything from like, you know, main game and DLC, so there's a heal. Fuck it. Get a little bit more oomph to it, so yeah, I'll take it. And it's got rain of arrows, so you know, why not? But I wouldn't be too surprised if, like, somehow, I wouldn't be too surprised if, like, somehow this bow needed, like, a Mystic Stone 2 in order, you know, to get a bit of an upgrade. Foot. Ew, the big boy. I'm about to say, like, I thought my fucking ult was ready. And was able to pop the, and was able to pop the thing. Yeah, be set ablaze. Hey. Don't need it. Yo. It's all written on that. I got a big film 1 and 2. Hey. Okay, that's either going to be Mausoleum Knight or Guardian Golem. Usually things like that, you know, when they don't have like a particular like icon type thing, it's usually one of the two. It's Guardian Golem. Ew, you bitch. Wah. Hey, yo. Yeah, hell. I don't need it. I'm not doing it either. Or get a ting for that. Ah, lovely. By lovely, I mean not lovely. Fucking Loretta's bitch ass is here. Good. There. Right, level 8. Woohoo! Alright. Lovely. It's a Freya. I think we got them all. Oh, put that there. Damn. Denied. Alright, Fred lost one head, so... dodging. Hey, roll you then. Well, to knock the tail we go, I reckon. Usually that's what happens when, you know, knock the tail becomes the thing. You know, it's like most people be like, hey, you know, start day 2, we make our way over there. Which I will say, like, I have kind of gotten like a decent understanding of, like, you know, how to, you know, go through it and everything. Like I've kind of like, you know, I've kind of like, you know, come up with like the whole situation of like, okay, this is like the way that, you know, one usually would go. So, in case of like by random ass chance that me and Onyx get together and, you know, play some more Night Rain together, you know, and all that. You know, I will have a little idea about, you know, what to do for, you know, if we somehow get Nakateo, because I know like, he's not the biggest fan of trying to go through it and everything, which, like, I can understand, like, I can understand, you know, where he's coming from with that, but, you know, I would say, like, Nakateo is one of those places where, like, you definitely want to try and, go, you know, go to it, you know, get the power and everything, because, you know, you never know exactly how a run's going to go. You know, even if you think it's like, oh, you know, everything's going to go fine, and all of a sudden, you know, like someone have like a bit of a bad moment per se, and then, you know, all of a sudden just like boom, you know, like you and teammate go down. So let's see. Yeah, just as I figured. Back to stamina. A few scholars got the solely refill flask. This way, gonna go see Black Knife Assassin. Nightfall's doing its thing, it's fine. Attack power at low HP. Alright, now there's gonna be a royal. I think there's gonna be a royal revenant down here. Damn. Yeah, he's probably gonna hit with Death Blight. Okay. Magic Grease, Magic Pulp. Alright. Over here. Alright, now it's just a matter more or less of dealing with the cell. Ow. There we go. I'll drop that for the recluse if she wants it. Hey, Hooded. How are you, my friend? Nice. 이것도 해야, 야. I command thee, kneel. Oh, it is. Hey! I'll take it for the passive, you know, for the range attack. Damn! Yo. If I was faced with a balancer, that would have been probably a hell of a thing to use, but thankfully I don't need it. Because I have defeated the balancers, both regular and Everdark. Ow. Magique pot. A pot of magique. I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know if I can, but I want to see if I can maybe get like an extra pouch. I can. Ah. Alright. Got an extra pouch. Small pouch, that is. Alright, so we're doing good so far. We're at level 14. Got, nice bow with rain of arrows, and they'll do some fire. That boy must be crazy. Alright, I believe it's gonna be Dancer. Because usually when you see like these things, it's usually always Dance. It's usually a sign of elegance, Dancer. Stop that. Ah, you still did, even though you were not supposed to do that after I hit my hole. There we go. And we're defending attack power, because the more times more we go get the Thaw, you're going more better. And so max level we can get to. Well, alright. First time doing Ever Caligo with DLC Night Fair. Howie. Come the fuck on! Hit me, please. There you go. I'll drive by. Yep, I'll drive by. Ow. There's an arrow. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now we got 8 in total. Let's see what we got. Decent, but I'll sell it. Sell. Keep for now. Sell. Keep. Okay, so a nice little run there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got 8. 3, 4, 6. Endurance, reduce mind. Improved arcane, reduce vigor. Yes, I believe that's the green one. Yeah, I believe that's a green one, so... let's see here. Okay, so yeah, so improves arcane, reduce vigor. Let's look at some. Let's look at some stuff, shall we? Go sparring grounds. Okay. Okay, 182. Don't forget the max. Okay, so yeah, so I'd say it could. I'd say it could be pretty good, honestly, because with the arcane relic for Raider, it's like it's like it reduces the vigor, but it gives it +3 on there, and then with the other one, it gives us eruption for our armament skill, gets another 3. So yeah, I'd say it could. I'd say it could probably work. Yeah, just imagine having an arcane raider. Knowing the fact that it's like, hey, we got starting armor deals fire, taking attacks, improves attack power, ultimate duration extended. Like, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty nice little loadout here. Yeah, very nice little loadout indeed. Yeah, sometimes you gotta kind of restart. Sometimes you gotta unqueue and then requeue to possibly get things going a little bit faster. We got Guardian, and I guess a Revenant. Old Hunter Evelyn, and my cat named Buddy. Okay, so for this one, I'd say the idea that comes to my mind is keep my starting weapon for Raider because it has fire, because it has starting windows fire, and it has eruption as the skill. If I can somehow get like another colossal weapon, that would be kind of cool, but I don't know. I'd say like maybe if we somehow get lucky to get Naklateo again, we'd be able to go to the okay, Rod the Woods, but yeah, I was thinking if we could be able to do that, and it's like, hey, we can And get another little, like, colossal weapon, maybe have it be fire or something. Or something, I don't know. You know, it's a who knows scenario. So I was filled with flames while walking. Cookery. Is take the great bow. Wait, you. Some tells me they're fighting whoever it is that they're condemned as invaders. Ah, it's a guardian and it's a guardian and a wilder. Oh, no, it's just a guardian. Good evening. You know, I will take out Halbert plus TV. Oh. Yeah, you take that. Sorry! My bad, Brit. My bad. You have one? Yeah, I have one. Yeah, I'm taking that just that way I can be able to have, you know, the fitting inhibitors for HP, you know, all that. Maximum stamina. Man, you know how this random, you know how this, you know how this, I just realized, well, if you want to call it that, but imagine, if you will, that there was like a weapon, like a colossal weapon that had the ability to, you know, proc madness. Alright, who picked what? don't see it, so... Like, I don't see the thing. So... It is what it is. Yeah, this might be the last one that I do on stream, but I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I feel like sometimes, like, the idea that kind of comes to my head is, you know, maybe like 2 expeditions at most. Yeah, at least them all got it together at the same time. Ah, hello, Libra. Like, you know, it's funny, we were just kind of talking about you. And oh, how convenient. He's near the church. Oh, I just realized, I just used up the money that I had. See what kind of offers he's got.
It is done. Hey, yo. Who we fighting? Who we fighting? Like, who we fighting on? Who we fighting? That.
Scarab or Verilian Emerald Medallion? Death Poker. But I said I got something else. Alright, can I get this? One of these. Weird doggy. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna be going down anyway. Yeah. Sorry. Hold on, Guardian. We'll be there in a little bit. We just have to walk and die. Son of a bitch. Oh. Revenant, you might want to get up.
Okay, they're moving. Good. I find it funny, like when I hit Palm Stella on TV Mariner, and somehow Big Boy, like comes out of nowhere. Like he just comes out of nowhere, like I think he took the brunt of, like he took the brunt of the Totem Stella. I'll take Holy Ground. Like, there's part of me that wanted to, like, maybe get the FP thing, because, like, successful attacks, we're destroying FP, and it's like, I could, I'm able to, use that, and hopefully, get, it's like, I can hopefully, get, do that, and fill up my FP bar to get, the ability, to do more, eruption move. I'll take this, thank you. Level 9. Bitch. Alright. Might as well go to the castle, help out the Guardian. Help out the Guardian.
Well, shit. Whatever, jail boss. Excuse me. Alright. Anything in here? Nope, not a ting. Okay, I think the Revenant probably went back to the Everdrill spot. And hopefully whatever's over here can be dealt with quickly. Like, hopefully whatever it is, it can be dealt with quickly, like. It gonna be close. Fucking dragon. Yeah, might as well skill battle. We also need to get the we also need to, do the thing with the shifting ice. They got the clue, but still gonna. They got the clue, and everything, but I'm still gonna try and hopefully go. Still gonna try and hopefully go to the castle, and maybe take on the night boss, night there and everything, and never mind. Hopefully there's a weapon that's colossal variety. Yeah. I'll just take that. I believe it has like bleed and rot, so. I always hate those things. I have power. Yeah, we all be hitting our ults. Give me a fucking eye, boy. It's not a colossal weapon. Well, it's not a colossal weapon, but it's a colossal sword. And it has a nice little passive on it, HP restoration upon landing attacks. whenever you tuss. How did you do that? Alright. So ooh. Oh, come on. Bella suit. I'll get fair like giant glint blades. Okay, so we got a couple of weapons that we can still use. Get rid of that. Boost mass HP. Huh, what do you know? I'll take degrees. As soon as they got up. Someone will get there. God damn fucking Frosty. Ha! Just stand, broken bitch. Drive by. Bad bitch. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I like how me and the Revenant actually were the higher level. Alright, let's see. So L. That's not bad, so I'll keep that. So I'll keep that for now. And I'll keep that. So alright, so yeah, that was quite the run, I will say. We got to play, got to play with a couple arcade type builds, for um, Iron Eye and the Raider. Let's see. What? 23, 46, 79, 12. There's mind and intelligence, reduce vigor and endurance. I have to think about it for right now, but yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this stream and everything tonight. Like I said, I wanted to, kind of do some slight grinding for Everdark, for some Sovereign Sigils and everything like that. And yeah, it went pretty nicely. We got, we did some things, against Caligo. Had some nice fire builds to use. And yeah, I might do more of it off stream. I don't know, but we'll see. Important thing is that I finally managed to, even though like I didn't do it on stream, but like I said, I made a video of it and everything. But like, I got I beat Everdark balancers and everything. So I got all that. So yeah. And I will be full. I am going to be fully I'm going to be fully VODing the stream. Like I'm going to, save it as a whole instead of, like breaking it down into parts. Which, speaking of parts, I guess, um, I have made like some stream highlights where it's like I have like certain little moments from like some past streams and everything. I have them on the. I think I have them on my Twitch channel for right now. Maybe somewhere down the line I might try and upload them to YouTube, but I've been kind of like busy per se, trying to like get all of the Twitch streams of mine, like all the VODs and everything onto my YouTube. Um, I pretty much have all of them done, like up to like a certain point. I just have to make them public because I've been trying like do the thing of like uploading them without like flooding flooding people's sub feeds that are subscribed to me on YouTube, and everything like that. Even though I've only had like one complaint from that per se, which I'm not gonna name names, but it's like I kind of was like, well, it was kind of like a time crunch and everything, but. But yeah, it's like I was told, like I told this in the video. I was like, well, I was like, well, blame Twitch because they're, because they forced the whole situation of having like, limited, limited, storage space of our VODs down our throat when nobody asked for it, But now I've tried, now I've tried to do a thing though of, you know. Like upload multiple streams, but like having them, having like them mostly be unlisted, and then like I can build, just to go back and take care of it like that. So. Check the night rain side of things. Maybe we'll keep the train going or something. I don't know. Cause yeah, probably after I end, I'm probably going to heat me up a Stromboli. Unless stuff from for the oven's not like put together, because I know that the grilled things or whatever weren't placed back last time, so. Mm. Yeah. I think I have an idea of who I'm going to raid. I'm gonna go raid into Benicula. She's currently doing Dragon's Dama Online. I think she's doing like some. I think she's doing like some sort of like charity-a-thon thing. Something I don't really, for thing I don't really know about, but. Yeah, like I said, I will be following this stream in full. Yes, we had some successful runs and everything. I do wish though that the triple alt ultimate move thing was clipped, but I've honestly forgotten about where it was at this point. So. Yeah, I don't know how things are gonna be, for the next time I streams, because, because this week's gonna be kind of one of those little situations where things are kind of up in the air, and if I'm like in the mood, I'll be like, hey, I wanna, try and stream something that I might, but if not, then, yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything's good. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching and everything, and until I see y'all in the next video, live stream, or even podcast for that matter, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.
Hey!